your dad is a corrections officer. What are some of the things he's coming home to you saying that?
And she'd be out in the parking lot and she'd act like she was the doctor's assistant. So she'd just answer, you know, doctor.
And I have family that didn't agree. I got uncle that didn't agree with the way it was going, and I got an uncle that was like, this is what it is.
We were doing robberies and shit, and this old man went and made some phone calls and told on us, man. I wouldn't look at it any different. I'd be like, that piece of shit.
I mean, I'm here to have a decent conversation and talk about some real shit, you know, not sit here and throw lugs. And
Did they leave the village, or did they just, you know, like make it worse?
You're dealing with people that believe if they die in battle, they go to heaven and get 77 fucking virgins.
Okay, so maybe once upon a time, the 13 and the MS-13 came from California, obviously.
Girl, you love it, and we ain't supposed to be like this. I'ma sip my tea like this. What you gon' do, bleach my shit? I ain't worried about it, cause we getting rich now. Yeah, you was supposed to be mine, yeah. But you left and I don't see why. You keep talking about some me time, yeah. But it's cool cause I'm gon' be fine, yeah. You was supposed to be mine, yeah. You know the dope pays, but I done lost too many brothers to this dope game. Percocets, cocaine, drink just to numb my pain. This the story of my life, it ain't no frontin', man. Yeah, slapping peas at the rental, I might be in Kansas. Out in Houston with my rocket like I'm Steve Francis. Diamonds dancing, still scamming, taking fed chances. Pouring wacky over ice and sipping pink Fanta. And you know I'm with the hoes, call me the East Santa. I'm a shooter, dumbass, so I don't need handles. Okay.
All right, guys, I got a special guest on, man. It's a rapper out of Dayton, Ohio, man. I've been talking to this cat for a while. This is Wright, man. Introduce yourself, man.
What's up, man? Wright from Dayton, Ohio, man. Follow me on all platforms under Wright.
All right, so let's get a little bit of your backstory, man. Can you tell how it was growing up on the east side of Dayton for you?
Yeah. So originally I'm from the west. I was born on the west side, which is funny because you know I'm east side king shit. But I was born on the west side, but we moved to the east when I was like 7 or 8. So yeah, the east side, man, it's, to be honest, it's just a white hood, man. You know, a bunch of addiction and a bunch of dope and robbing and bullshit for real. That's really what the east side is. It's a little different nowadays. It's a little calmed down nowadays, but it's still a lot of addiction. Like we're still like at least top 10 for overdoses in the world.
Damn,
and we're tiny. Yeah, we're tiny. Like our city is so small. So yeah, it was all right. I ain't had no. My dad wasn't around, so I had my mama, and she did the best she could. You know what I'm saying? I was still in the streets. I ain't meet my dad till I was like 18, 19 years old. So I ain't really had no father figure growing up besides like my OGs that passed away, like Two-Face and people like that.
Okay. So what would you say your interjection to the streets was? Was it gang banging? Was it selling drugs? Was it earning money, stealing stereos? Like what got you out there?
I never really gang bang. I run with a lot of gang bangers now, like Crips and stuff, but I never gang bang myself. Even when I was in the penitentiary, I didn't really do it. So when I was growing up, you know, when I first got in the streets, it was like 12, 13. My OG, RIP Two-Face, he put me on with some soft, and I was hustling, trapping. And eventually, like when I was like 15, 16, I started hitting licks, you know, robbing people and shit. And then I ended up catching my case when I was 18 and going to prison for aggravated robbery.
Oh shit. Okay. So were you were slanging, but did you get addicted to anything?
Hey, hell yeah. Yeah. I was doing powder when I was 12, 13 years old, man. I was doing all kinds of drugs for real. I don't want to put everything out there, but when I was younger, my brothers was always older than me. You know what I mean? Like if I was like 15, my brothers was like 19, 20, you know what I'm saying? So I was always with the older crowd, my older brothers, and they was addicts too, real bad addicts. Like they had me eating, when I was like 16, 15, I was probably eating like 5 to 10 Vicodin ESs a day. And then I was also doing the powder and, you know, some other shit too, man. My brothers kind of, yeah, they weren't really good, like
good influences, but they taught me a lot on the streets.
Okay.
You know.
So you were robbing to support a habit, basically?
Nah, I was just robbing because I just had, bro. Like, you know how some people do certain shit, like they like racing, they like fighting. Man, I like doing robberies. Like, it gave me an adrenaline rush when I was a kid. It sounds weird, but that's just what it was. Like, it nothing got my adrenaline like that. And of course, I was high and shit too. Yeah, but I was never like robbing to support my habit because I was always on. You know what I'm saying? Like, my brothers was always make sure I was on, so I never had to rob for anything to like support anything. But I would rob somebody, and then I would go buy like a spank or two of dope and like 100 pills and bottles and party. You feel me? I was partying when I was younger for real. I was definitely an addict because I had the pain pill addiction, which I kind of still do to this day. I'm trying to stop it. It's just, some people deal with pain differently, man. It's not an excuse to why I do it or nothing. It's just, my story. You know a little bit of my story. You know what I've been through and shit, man.
Yeah, no, I got you, man. It's pain ain't no joke, whether it be physical or emotional. It always fucks with you one way or the other. So, no one's judging you, dog. It's all good. At least so like when the day comes, you finally had enough. Like I just got clean on August 22nd last year, shooting fucking fentanyl. And
I know. Yeah, I know about you.
Yeah,
we me and you talk. We've been rocking together for a minute, man. So I appreciate you getting me on here and shit, man, for sure.
Not a problem, bro. And thank you for your time.
Yeah, for sure.
And then so you're hitting licks and all that stuff. So the case you got caught for, obviously, it's all on paperwork and stuff. So you can run us through that a little bit, can't you?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So I would, man, just another thing of being kind of young, man, and just being high and being dumb. I think I was 18. Me and my brother Crispy, long live Crispy, man. He's not here with us no more. We was out hitting licks, man. We was on. This is like when I had a Xanax addiction. We was eating hella Xanax bars, like a lot, like all that shit's on my paperwork too. Like when they knew how much I was eating, like how many Xans, they would surprise themselves because I was eating so many bars, like not footballs, bars. And anybody Xanaxes know a bar will kick your ass, like, and make you black out. So I was just blacked out hitting licks and shit, man. And I seen two people at a AutoZone, broad daylight, man, and I fucking try to rob them. Had a pole on me, didn't have no mask or nothing, just straight rob them in broad daylight in the parking lot, man.
Yeah. That's Xanax, bro.
Yeah, and they try to get in the car and get away and shit, and I pulled my pole out, man. And if it wasn't for Crispy, man, knocking the gun down, I probably would have killed him. Like, that's something else my brother did for me to save my life, because I'd have been in there for life. Because I just felt disrespected when they try to run from me when I'm trying to rob them for some reason. I felt like they was, I don't know why, but I pulled my pole out and was about to flame them, man. And thank God my brother smacked the gun down, because we could have been in there for murder instead of just an aggravated robbery. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That Xanax is no joke, bro. If you take enough of it, you don't even remember what you do
And that was 2015. That was 2015 when I caught my case.
Okay, so
I got out 2015. I caught my case 2010. My bad.
Okay, so you did five straight.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, my bad.
And then in Ohio, man, not many people know how it is in Ohio. So what do they do, man? What's the county jail like? Are there politics? Is it racial?
So they got regular pods in the Montgomery County Jail. They got regular pods, and then they got this thing called rollover. Rollover is more disciplinary. Say you got a murder charge or you got an F1, F2. Like I had an F1. They put you in rollover. It's a 12-man cell with bunks. You got double bunks, 12 people on one side, and then there's a day side where there's one bed, and then that's where the shower is. So you roll over in the morning about 8 a.m. They roll you over for an hour. You sit over there, then they roll you back over to your side so you can go back to sleep or whatever. As far as like gang politics, man, I mean, there's gangs, but they're not really, it's not like the penitentiary. Like there's that, they're not really on that like that, because it's just the county. You're waiting to go to the joint, you know what I'm saying? Or you're waiting to go home. So the politics ain't really too deep in there. Don't get me wrong. You can fight a case for a year or two in the county, you know what I mean? But there's not like the gang presence in there is nothing like the joint. The joint's 2 times as worse, you know what I mean?
I got you. Yeah. Any crazy shit happen in the county when you were there?
Man, I wouldn't say no really crazy shit, man. There was just a lot a lot of bullying, you know, a lot of people picking on people, man. Nothing crazy, a lot of fights and shit. Nothing like I seen crazier shit in the joint. Like when I was when I was telling death, like I seen somebody get hit with the hot baby oil and all that. But as far as the county, just a lot of jumping and bullshit, man. You know, like so they got this it's called no pack, no rack, right? So say you roll into rollover, you come from a pod or you come from the streets, and you ain't they call it no pack, no rack. Say that you ain't got no pack, like some weed or cigarettes, pills, whatever. They won't let you get a rack and they'll put you on the button. So when they put you on the button, that means you got to get on the button and like, I don't feel safe. I need out of here. It's called no pack, no rack. So if you ain't got no pack in the county, sometimes they roll your ass up and you got to get out of there.
Damn.
Yeah.
So they're expecting you to come in with something. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Most people do. Most people swallow something, shit it out, whatever. Some people just, you know, nowadays they got this big ass machine thing. So it's harder to get shit in unless you straight swallow it. But back in the day, you could kind of get like, you could get some strips in, or you could get some bud in if you had it, you know what I mean, if you hit it good enough.
Gotcha.
But nowadays, yeah, you can't get that off nowadays.
How long were you in the county?
I fought my case for like 8-9 months.
Damn, that's a long ass time.
Yeah, but I had to because I just had so many people like, so they had me and Crispy, we was split up, so we couldn't talk to each other, you know what I mean? And they had like my witness, I had a witness that pointed me out, and I had the victims was pointing me out. They just kind of made it seem like more I was the aggressor, which I was, you know what I mean? I had the pole and I was the aggressor. But everybody besides Crispy was just pointing their fingers at me. So, you know, I had to sit there and fight it because my first deal, man, was like 15 years, bro.
Damn.
Like, I never caught a charge. I mean, I got juvenile shit, but as an adult, I think I'm 18, 19 years old. I've never caught a charge, man. My first deal being like 15, I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, so I had to keep fighting. I got me an attorney, got me a paid attorney. She can't. The final deal she ended up getting was like 6 years mandatory. I'm like, hell no. So I paid for an actual attorney. He's a piece of shit too. He didn't give me nothing but 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Promised to me I'm gonna go home. Promising my mom I'm gonna go home, and then promised me judicials. And every time I filed judicial in the penitentiary, I never got it. And I filed it 4 times. I was an extra $3,500 to file judicials, and never got it, man. So
damn. That's fucking nuts, dude. So you're going through all that, man. Like, what's your mindset like? You know, while you're sitting there waiting, you get depressed? Are you going through withdrawals or like all that?
I just had my daughter, man. My first daughter. She was just born 2 months. She was 2 months old when they came and got me. So when I got out, she was 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was fighting. You know, it's hard that was my first child. So I got locked up as soon as she was born. So I'm missing her first steps. And even though I'm gone, you know, I'm talking to her on the phone. Her first words was still daddy and shit. But, you know, just being away from your kid and growing up years, I'm talking years of them coming to see you and you're in shackles and she trying to pull the shackles off my legs. Like, you know, it's just a mental, me being away from my kid is what killed me the most. And then, you know, like you get numb and used to losing people because my OG died when I was locked up. And my grandma, and you know, people just passed away, friends, and you get used to that shit, but you don't get used to being away from your kid. It's just something you can't get used to, man. It's probably the worst pain I've ever felt in my life.
Damn, man. Now, I mean, I don't have kids, so I'm not gonna pretend I know what you're going through, but I can imagine, you know, like being attached to someone, but it's probably a much deeper bond, you know. And plus, she just came in. You've known her for 2 months, and now all of a sudden
they rip you from her. It's my fault, you know. I did what I did, but that's the only thing that really. But you do, yeah. You got your mental health in the penitentiary, bro. You know, and I was working out like I am now. I'm back in the gym now. I worked out a lot, so it kept me easy, you know, on ease. But you got to deal with bullshit in there. You got to deal with COs, and then you got to deal with that on top of that, man. There's plenty of suicidal thoughts in there, bro. Like, and I've seen people hang themselves, kill themselves in the joint, you know, and they're doing life, and then some of them's doing tense, and then they still kill themselves, man. So the penitentiary is a mental war. It's mental warfare, man, with everything you got going on in the streets and being in there. You can't do shit. You know, imagine somebody gets hurt on the streets. You can't do nothing to help them. You can't hurt the person that hurt them, whatever. You can't do nothing. You just got to sit there. So yeah, it's definitely a mental war, man.
Yeah, I've heard that before, that it's mental warfare, not only with what you're dealing with, but keeping you from thinking those thoughts and you know, actually wanting to go through with it.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, the COs help, but we'll get into that. So what happens when you catch the chain, bro? Like, how does Ohio do it? They send you to a reception center?
Yeah. You go to CRC, which is that's the Ohio Reception Center. It's in It's technically by Columbus, but it's in a different place. I don't remember the name of it, man. It's in Orient, Ohio. It's in Orient, Ohio. That's where you go. It's called CRC. It's a reception center. You go there for like 2 weeks, if that, till you get your parent institution, and then they send you to your parent.
So how long are you in the reception? And since everyone's coming in getting mixed and shit, the shit popping off there?
Yes, kind of. I mean, if you run into somebody that I ain't gonna lie, they keep you very separated there. So like when you get there, you're in like R1 or R2, I think it was called, and that's where you all the people that just ride in are in there. So you don't get to see none of the compound yet until you get into the actual block. And then when you get in your actual block, you're only there for a week or something. You know what I mean? You might be able to hit the store one time, but that's about it. But I mean, yeah, because there's people nowadays that could stay on CRC. So say you could be there for like 2-3 years now. And if you got beef with somebody, you see them on the compound, you might slip on the yard and get them or something. But CRC is kind of like super controlled. Like they're super strict. So it's hard to get in bullshit up at CRC, you know what I mean? Because it's like a reception center. So they're not going to allow a bunch of movement and a bunch of bullshit in there. Now, a parent, yeah. And a parent, yeah, you definitely getting down on the parent.
What's the parent?
Yeah, parent institution like Lebanon.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So, what was the first yard you hit and what level was it?
The first yard I went to was Lebanon. That's a level 3. It's like definitely top 2-3 worst prisons in Ohio. It's just a lot of lifers and a lot of gang members. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't for somebody my age for real. Cause like I said, like lifers and people doing 20 years, but the way I had the F1, my crime was so, F1 is damn near high as you can get besides murder and shit. They sent me there and I was only 20 on the yard, you know what I mean? But yeah, Lebanon. And then I got into it with some ABs, which is funny because I'm white and but yeah. I'm a hood white boy. I'm a honky bro, and I don't really believe in that racism shit. Like I never got into it. And there was times when I rode to Mansfield, there was a time where I got into it with another white gang, and my black homies helped me. You know what I'm saying? The Heartless Felons, that's who they was. Heartless Felons, shout out to them. They fucked with me heavy, man. I was locked up with their with the uncle's key holder in Lebanon. He was locked up with me in Leb, and he seen some bullshit happening. He made all them boys get in there and fight me one-on-one. They was trying to jump me. He made them all fight me one-on-one because it was an off-brand of their gang. So he made them, and I went to the bros like, man, look, I just need y'all to set up a one-on-one so I don't get jumped. You know what I mean? No, nobody want to get jumped. They kind of threw their hands up like they couldn't help me. So I went to the head of that gang. And I'm like, man, listen, we was he's like, man, I got you, bro. You know what I mean? They're gonna one-on-one everybody. It ain't even their literature to fight one-on-one. But dude fucked me so heavy, he made it happen. You know what I mean?
I got you. That's cool though, bro. But it's like those the Ohio ABs or something. I don't know. Coming from California and talking to some of them about different factions, I'll say they got different laws and regulations and stuff.
Yeah, and I got brothers that are bros, like, and they know this. Like when I was on Death Show, and I told them like, I got brothers that are ABs, bro. I do, but we are different. I see shit different than them, and I'm not never gonna. And I've seen them pick on white, and whether they're, I mean, not even just only pedophiles. I've seen them pick on white people just that ain't pedophiles, that are just weak. And that shit's corny because you're extorting your own race, man. Like, and they was just mad and they wanted me to be a bro so bad, bro. But I'm from the hood, you know what I mean? I got black brothers. What I look like being a bro, and I got, you know what I mean? I got black brothers. Like, come on, man.
So it's more on that skinhead time with them in Ohio.
Yeah, gotcha. They it is what it is, man. But yeah, I was at Leb, and I got into it, and it was funny because when I got into it with the bros at Leb, I went to Mansfield. They was wanting me to be a bro there. So it was like that. Yeah. They was like, man, we don't care about it because they just know I'm a solid honky, man. I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with them a little bit. I run their store for them, run their ticket a little bit. You know what I mean? Make some money with them. But as far as any type of game, man, I never really got into that shit. I almost became a GD one time, but I was like, man, that's that shit ain't. I'm cool. I hold my own, bro. I don't need no game for nothing.
That's a smart thing to do because once you join, bro, you don't make your own decisions no more.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's kind of like to me, I'm not gonna say everybody's this way, but to me, when you're a white boy and you're in the joint and you're fresh and you don't know what's going on and you join a gang, it's kind of some scared shit to me. You kind of want protection, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just how I've always seen it. No disrespect to nobody, but if it's just how I feel, bro. I stand on my 10 toes by myself. I mean, I have brothers and cousins that bang with me in the joint. But as far as like when it came to me, I did my bit myself, bro, all by myself for real. I had my cousin Dano, he was with me, and we stood next to each other. I had a bunch of homies. My brother Seabiscuit, RIP Seabiscuit. I had solid honkies in the joint, bro. I just never got in that gang shit. It was more just brothers and shit.
I got you, man. Smart decision. So, like, what would you say the politics are like? Because certain states, you can't stay on your own. You have to join a car, or you're gonna go through it.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That's more like probably y'all's prison systems in Ohio, man. They're not. You could do a bid by yourself and not be in a gang. You just got to kind of stay to yourself. Like I did it. You know what I mean? Don't gamble. Don't get in gang politics. Just common basic shit that you should just stick to yourself. And if you have to fight every trip, do not never duck no wreck. My first day in there, bro, I got in a fight. My first day in Leb, I got in a fight over the phone. First day in there, you know what I mean? You just, as long as they know you ain't no hoe and you gonna go, they really don't mess with you, man. You just really got to prove you gonna go. Like, don't duck no wreck. That's all the best advice I can give somebody, and stick to yourself. Don't gamble if you don't know how to gamble.
Yeah. No, that's definitely good advice. And then, so what were the COs like there, man?
So you had, you got your normal dickhead CO, and then you got your cool COs, man. A couple COs are from my city, man, and we had our way a little bit, you know what I mean? Some of them was real cool. They made us head porter a couple times, which the amenities that come with that. You can get out your cell a lot more, because how Leb is it's a 2-man cell, so you're locked up a lot, man. You get out for chow, you get out for rec, and you get out for your day room. When I was at Mansfield, you're out all day damn near. All the doors are popped almost, you know what I mean? It was just a different, like, Leb is a disciplinary camp. So they're real strict, man. So you don't really get a lot of time out and shit, you know what I mean?
I got you. So, like, a level 3 what's the highest level in Ohio?
I think it's a 5, but I'm pretty sure the joint that it is OSP, Ohio State Penitentiary. That's a 1-man cell. You're locked up. They put your mail through projectors. You get the shower comes to you, like, and sometimes you go there for being disciplinary. Sometimes you go there for checking in. A motherfucker might check in 100 times and get to OSP where they're not around nobody. You know what I mean? Because they either ran up some debts or they quit a gang, and they're trying to get away from shit. So I'm pretty sure it might be a level 4. Don't quote me. It's a level 4, level 5, but I know OSP is the worst penitentiary as far as, like, you don't got no celly. You're locked down all the time. It's like a 24-hour lockdown camp.
So it's the shoe. It's basically like Pelican Bay.
It's a shoe pretty much. And then, like, level 3s is like where you're locked down a lot, but you get a little bit of freedom. And then level 2s, you're out. Level 1s, you're out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Level 1s and 2s, you can do damn near what you want. Level 3s, you don't got much movement.
So it's like the max level 3.
Yeah, and
super
like
max is.
Yeah. When you're level 2s, you got a dorm. In a level 3, you're in a cell.
Okay.
So I always prefer being in a level 3 myself, because I don't want to be in a big ass dorm. I've seen people get smacked with locks, all kinds of shit in the dorm when they're sleeping. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't blame you.
All day. So if we got a problem, we hit that cell and get that wreck. If you know what I mean, that's the best way to do it. Even then, it's dangerous. You might kill somebody in that cell. You know what I mean? You hit somebody the wrong way, they might die. You never know. But I've always preferred cells.
I got you. So on a level 3, is there a lot of knife play, or is it mostly just hands?
Yeah. There's a lot of knife play. That was funny when I rode to Mansfield, bro. The fucking first week I was in there, I was holding the shank. It was made out of fiberglass or some shit. Big ass shank. I used to hide it in my shoe. I'd hide it. I'd take the bottom of my sole out, one of my shoes, because I had like 30 pairs of shoes. I'd take the bottom one of my soles out and put the shank in there. It's the size of my shoe. I wear a size 12.
So that's a foot long.
Yeah. And it was fiberglass, and that's how that level 3. Now you can fight, but you get stabbed a lot. You gotta think there's a lot of lifers in level 3s, and they're not playing no fighting shit. An old 67-year-old man, they're gonna stick you in the neck. They ain't gonna fight you.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. So like, what was something that really stuck with you, man, that you saw in level 3?
Man, you can make a lot of money, you know. Like I always said, bro, like the penitentiary made me a better criminal, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like it really did. Like there's shit that you learn. Like some of the shit that you learn in the penitentiary you would never learn out in the streets, bro. Like I could start a fire with 2 batteries and a gum wrapper and a razor blade. I could, you know what I mean? I could pop a sock and make a fire. I could turn my fucking rack into a hibachi grill if I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do whatever the fuck you want, bro. It's just crazy. Like some of the shit that you see that these criminals be making, bro. Like it's nuts, bro. I just seen a lot of shit I never knew, and it taught me a lot about more money. Like as far as like the dope game, like in there, you might buy a chapstick cap of weed. It's gonna be 250, 300. You know, yeah, it's outrageous.
Damn.
The boxing strips, you know, I don't like putting too much because this be on the internet, but you know, Suboxone strips out here, they're like $10 in a joint. They quadruple it.
That's
you know, and it's
crazy.
Yeah, and there is it's crazy how much you could become a millionaire in there if you got it like that. You know,
$250 for a chapstick cap. It's $50 in California for a chapstick.
Oh yeah, when I was locked up, this is a long time ago. But when I was locked up, it was $250. But I know for sure right now the strips they're going for $150 a piece.
God damn, bro.
Yeah.
And that's one of the worst kicks you can have, man. I'd stay away from that shit just on the price.
Yeah.
Kick.
Definitely is.
Yeah, it's like methadone.
Yeah,
so,
it's bad.
So you get out, right? What is it that you started doing today, bro, that kept you out of trouble?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. My first 2 years out, I wasn't staying out of trouble, bro. I was out here face first, back in the street, bro. I was hustling. When I got home, bro, and I was like, I'm gonna try to stay out of trouble, man. But I went back to the east side, and then my brother got home, and my brother blessed me. He put me on. You know what I mean? He put me on back in the day. This was when ice was rolling, like crystal meth was rolling, and I was I didn't never sell that before. When I was younger, I was selling coke, crack, you know, shit like that. I never fucked with Hank. I never fucked with heroin because I don't believe in something that could kill people. You know what I mean? I don't believe in shit like that. But I never was hip to the ice game at all. When I got home, my brother was the plug. He put me on. So I'm rolling, you know what I mean? I'm running up 50, 75,000 in a couple months off the shit. Rolling. And then I kept dropping dirty for my PO. And I was still on parole. I just got off parole 2020, I think. I was on YouTube. I got off parole 2020, so that's only 2 years ago. My PL kept telling me, man, he's like, man, you drop dirty one more time, I'm gonna send you back to the joint. So I was like, man, okay. So I got to quit getting high on shit that I, you know what I mean, that I like, which was powder. I was doing powder. I was doing the bullshit. So I quit doing that shit. And then eventually I had my other daughter that's my daughter Camilla. She's like 4 now. And I kind of just was like, man, I don't really, you know, I don't want to be out there. I still do my thing. I just don't fuck with nothing that's going to get me in trouble like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I fuck with shit that's damn near legal now. So I don't, you know, and I just do what I got to do to eat. And I eat off music. I had a job for 5 years in a Suboxone clinic, you know, helping people out. And they let me go just last July because I had the opportunity with Jelly Roll when I was out there in Tennessee with Jelly Roll. And I had to miss work, but I told them ahead of time and they still fired me, man. So ever since then, I'm like, man, I don't want no boss. I'm going to do this music shit and I'm going to do what I got to do to eat, bro, you know? And I'm doing all right. You know, I make money off the music. I make money off all this shit. So it's all good, you know?
That's good, man. And then how can they find your music?
I'm on everything. I'm on every platform. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Apple Music. I'm on Spotify. I'm on everything. You just search me up, man. You could go to Google. If you go to Google, it'll everything I got, it'll come together. It'll show you my name. It'll show you my little bio. You just Google me for real. Just Google J.Wright. But, you know, if you got Apple Music, I'm on there under J.Wright. If you got Spotify, J.Wright, Instagram, everything, man. On all the platforms.
And then we were talking before this. Remember to send me a couple non-copyrighted things so I can put it in the intro.
Yeah, sure. Yep. Definitely. I'm definitely going to do that. And as far as I'll drop a little couple things I got coming up. I don't really tell everybody my business because, you know, people get to stealing ideas and shit. But I got two videos coming with Crip Mac from LA. Sweet. Yeah, I got two. The Hop Out song's already on all platforms. It's going crazy. I'm going down there to do the video in LA at least probably this month or next month. I got a video with RMC Mike dropping. And then I'm also, I just did something with Lil JoJo. I don't know if anybody's hip to him. He's pretty big from Alabama. But I got that shit coming. And then this week I'm going to All-Star Weekend. And, you know, just grinding, man.
Nice,
Grinding my
man.
ass.
Keep up the good work, bro. I will be looking forward to that Crip Mac. That dude,
Oh, yeah. We're going to go crazy, too, man. The song's called Hop Out, man. And, man, not me and him, but I'm going to catch a fade with somebody on the video for it. We're going to go, you know, we're going to turn up,
oh,
man.
shit.
Yeah, he's a viral sensation, man. He's a shout out Crip Mac, man. He's a very good dude, man. If everybody been watching, you see what he's been going through lately. He just had to catch a DP for some old shit. That's that gang shit I don't be into, but I run with some Crip G's. I run with some Bloods. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
So,
I'm the same way, bro.
Man.
I fuck with everyone, man. It's not just, you know, one or the other.
Yeah, for sure. I don't agree with how they did him. You know, it looks like more some clout shit because he's popping right now. But when you got somebody putting on for the Crips like that, the face of the Crips right now, you don't do that shit, man. You guys need to bless him, man. He making it cool to be a Crip. You know what I mean? He making suburban white people yell "Fa Crib." Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
I know. I seen that shit, man. I seen that shit. I'm just looking like, man, you don't even know what the fuck you're saying. You shouldn't be saying that shit. You say it in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. They know. It's, you know, they know a little better. You can't go to LA and say that shit, of course, if you're in a Crip. But it just he's making a lot of noise for the Crips, man. And I feel like that DP was unnecessary for something that was so old. You know, if and they wanted to talk it out, he wanted to bang it out. So I mean, you know, that's just him. So people trying to clown him because he got DP'd, y'all go fight 10 people.
Yeah, no shit. Most people don't even go to the DP.
Yeah, tell me how to look. Oh, yeah, there's still gangbangers out here ducking DPs for years. And there's a lot of big gangbangers that do it. They ain't even really active no more, but it is what it is, man. Shout out Crip Mac. That's my cuz, man. We got some shit coming. That's my dog, and I support him.
Nice, bro. I'll be looking forward to that shit for sure, bro.
Yeah, coming, bro. I promise. The song's already out on all platforms. Go check it out. It's called Hop Out, HKOPOUT, Jedi Wright featuring Crip Mac. It's really Crip Mac featuring me, but it's on my album. I got the Big Dot album coming soon. I'm working, man. I got some videos coming for y'all, man. Just keep rocking with me, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your time, bro. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you already know, man. And long live Crispy, man. Long live Face, man. I just found my brother dead last year from a OD, man. I don't want to put his business out there, but my brother was a real live rock star and a real live addict, man. And he had his problems and shit, man. But I just want everybody, if you're going through drugs, man, and you're going through addiction, man, just stay strong and try to get off that shit, man. Because when you do that wrong batch, man, and you're gone forever, it fucks us up out here, your family. And I'm out here lost for real without my brother, man. But I know he don't want me to be lost, man. He want me to keep doing good and put on for this HWA shit, honkies with an attitude. So I'm gonna keep grinding, man. I appreciate you for your time, bro, and I appreciate you always supporting me, brother.
And sir, as always, man, I always will. All right, man. You have a good day, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. Go follow me on all platforms, man. Go follow my dude too, man, on all this on YouTube. Go show love, man. That's my boy right here, man. My boy AJ, man.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Have a good one, man.
Yes, sir.